They would pay you great amount of money. Artists would make 500,000 Ghana cedis, or let's say 1 million Ghana cedis for 2 years.
Camidoh regrets saying, Sugarcane sweet, but girl, your love is sweeter. He just found out money is sweeter than the girl's love. Speaking on the BBC, he bemoaned the ban on celebrities from endorsing alcoholic beverages. He called on the FDA to rethink their ban to allow celebrities to be able to endorse and advertise alcoholic drinks in Ghana when he was asked to comment on a recent proposal to do such same thing in Kenya. On this episode of Talk Chaw, we'll give you all the details about what Camidoh has been saying and all the other details you need to know about the ban of celebrities against advertising or endorsing alcoholic beverages. My name is Chris, and I'll be doing this with
Percy. Once again, I'm so much blessed and highly favored. I have to say, your voice really sucks. Don't ever try to sing to your girlfriend.
the sugarcane sweet bag. Oh my god! Oh my god! Like I didn't take banana before the shoot, so the roughness of my voice was a result of that. The next time that I will sing, I would what? I would take banana, and my voice would be smooth, smooth like.
So I think Camidoh is cooking, and I think he really has to pick his stance.
The thing is let me start from the very beginning.
Okay.
You know this whole thing about celebrities being banned from advertising alcoholic drinks, brands, they cannot advertise, they cannot endorse and all those stuff. A ruling was made regarding it last year, right? I think around June, when the Chief Justice chaired a 7-member panel at the Supreme Court to declare a ruling on Wednesday, June 19th, which says FDA's directive does not contravene the Constitution, right? When that happened after Magdalene was said, that's the manager of Reggie and Rolly and Bully and Screwface, took the case to court that very directive of saying the law which bans them, that's no well-known personality or professional shall be used in alcoholic beverage advertising. According to them, it is inconsistent with the in contravention with the Article 17 subsection 1 and 17 subsection 2 of the 1992 Constitution of Ghana. According to them, that very law is a discrimination against persons on the grounds of social and economic status and occupation, among others, and consequently make the directive null and void and unenforceable. But the then Chief Justice, that's Her Honor Miss Gertrude Tokonu, the asked one, the recently removed Chief Justice, back then declared a ruling that no, the law is not in contravention with any laws of Ghana which is against discrimination. When Camidoh was asked about it, I think Onuya TV asked him about his reaction to that very, very ruling. And this is what he had to say.
Na on bandi omo hu se omo ntumi nye bibia oti ase o bandi se ma hu bia emfa alcohol ba man kan kire obi se ni juma no dia e ka ni juma no hu it's a lot but
one case how say no how did you take it
oh emfa me hu se e wo hoda dansa na me see mu oti ase enti no me bo me hu modern the way I met me amanova me hu aye me juma no na me ye because I was say survive but I was say ye hwe ne ye because social media ba wo say ma celebrity endorse a year onim say nkola mo phones omo hu nyoma on social media and alcohol beverages no mo ye advertisement or social media where the simplest way over also who say artists no yen to me have total influence.
I think this isn't a new debate. It has been simmering for the last decade. The last time I checked from.
But the thing about what Camidoh said on Onuya TV, he was like, he said, I don't care from why didn't you ban yourselves from advertising to I don't care about the ban to then like he made various complaints in that interview with that Onuya TV presenter. He was like he didn't care. But fast forward to 2025, he seems to care. Maybe after finding out his girl's love is not sweeter than Sugarcane, and I say something is sweeter than the girl's love.
No, me, I think he has drained everything out of the Sugarcane And right now, there is no sugar anywhere
in the case.
Yes.
So he now wants money.
Yes.
And that money has to be the endorsement of alcoholic beverages, right?
He's now trying to consider all the other channels. And I think my man is really irate over here.
because the thing is that from I don't care, the video that we played for that, he said family or I don't care. He went now he's now very firm, like they can make $500,000 or 1 million Ghana cedis from endorsing an alcoholic beverage, and the FDA and the government is preventing them from doing that. So they should rethink their decision.
So me, I think he really has to take a stance over here. He can't be over here over here in today. They'll move to a different place tomorrow. You are not Kweku the traveler over here. We don't need you to.
You cannot cross carpet. Continually, don't let it bother you like you say it.
Uphold what you initially brought on board. Don't be out there changing your mind.
Is a proposed ban on social media influencers and celebrities from endorsing and advertising alcoholic beverages. Kenya says these policies would protect the youth from harm. Now, so how have Ghanaian celebrities coped with it, and what could such a law mean for their Kenyan counterparts? Ghanaian singer, songwriter Raphael Kofi Camidoh Atachi, popularly known as Camidoh, shared with me the impact the ban has had on him.
I started to realize that shooting music videos would cost so much money, like basic music video would cost nothing less than £10,000. So then we started to now look to accumulate more fans, and realizing that all of the channels that we had to accumulate fans was very limited. Now, one source of funding that we learnt about, or we realized, was really viable was what? Advertisement, brand endorsement. And now the companies that will really pay you good amount of money would be, alcohol related companies, all of these beverage companies, because they were really thriving, the betting companies. These companies make so much money, and so it's like signing on an artist for endorsement, they would pay you great amount of money. Standard artists would make 500,000 Ghana cedis, or let's say 1 million Ghana cedis for 2 years or for a year for endorsing, an alcohol or related company or a betting company. That is taken off the table. And then the worst of all is that we do not have a proper royalty system in Ghana. So say the radio stations playing our music, the TV stations playing our music videos, or all of that, you are not properly tracking, you're not properly paid. I have never received royalties from Ghana. The standard artist has very limited funding, or source of income. Right. And I began by establishing the fact that we do not get proper payment when it comes to shows. What you're going to hear, the most you're going to hear is that, we're all just trying to make this work. We're all just trying to make sure there's some level of entertainment in the country. So it's like a lot of sacrifice. Can you please take this? That is what the system has been and had been. And people like myself and Shatawale have always been against it, literally been on social media. I've seen a lot of artists tweet, trying to tell the government that, look, let's get to the table. Let's figure out a way that we...
Yeah, he was speaking on the BBC Focus on Africa. When the presenter asked him, a similar law is being proposed in Kenya, a law to ban the celebrities and renowned personalities from endorsing or advertising alcoholic drinks and brands, right? So the presenter was like, how have musicians like Camidoh, who are in Ghana, where it has been banned, they've been banned from endorsing alcoholic beverages, how have they been coping with such a ban in Ghana, so that they can be able to compare, bend and contrast how it will play out in Kenya? That is where Camidoh let out his arsenals, started bemoaning the situation, calling on the FDA to repeal the law, because the law is blocking their source of mouth. Right? They're not getting money from that source. According to him, they're not even getting money. He's even said he hasn't been getting money from royalties, which means that his songs, that the Sugarcane that was sweet that they were playing, and it was hitting all over the world, over 100 million on YouTube. No, he didn't make even a peso from royalties, which means that when they play his songs on Ghanaian revenue is not collected for him.
So is it subjective to him, or it is something that
he is talking about himself? But the thing is that I think it's a ripple kind of something. If he is not, if somebody like Camidoh, who has a big song like Sugarcane, is not getting royalties in Ghana, how much more some of those up and coming artists, most of the other artists have been complaining about royalties because Ghana royalty system is not good. Right, they don't make it. Usually when they play your song on radio, TV, any other place, they are supposed to collect money from the radio stations and distribute it among the people that they play their songs. And he's like, he's not getting money from there. And now they ban him too from one, endorsing alcoholic beverages. He also mentioned that they banned them from endorsing betting companies. Actually, it's actually true. Ghanaian celebrities cannot endorse betting companies to us. So the guy was just crying. He was wailing like Bob Marley and the Wailers. Don't you think?
I think it is way too much. I wasn't expecting that reaction from him initially, but I think I have to side with him a little bit because whenever this issue gets introduced, it raises these new forms of ethical dilemmas where people can't really pick side and make like it is either you try to condone it and say that it is a good way for them to make money to support their brand and traffic, or it is bad, or it is not right, it is not legit, it is detrimental to the youth.
To the youth, yeah. I think that the reason behind the ban is that they said if celebrities endorse the alcoholic brands, it will lead to alcoholism among minors, right? Because the minor or the age person who's looking at the ad where Camidoh is like club or Guinness, or let's say which other alcoholic beverage have you been drinking? Spin-off, right?
I can sit here and say that I've never tasted any alcohol.
Oh, really?
The two things you're supposed to know about me is I'm a virgin and I'm.
Oh my God! Believe what he said at your old
alcohol I tasted was
he mentioned two things, and one of them is a lie. Choose the one that is a lie. You yourself go and choose the one that is a lie.
Yeah, so alcohol I tasted was from my naming ceremony or something like that.
You see,
yes.
From he doesn't drink alcohol to the alcohol that he tasted.
Yeah.
Now it's not with one. The 1 to 90% of the one is.
I've given my life to Jesus.
Did you know there's nothing like secondary virgin?
You said.
There's not like secondary virgin, so he's saying secondary virgin. If in case you want to know,
I'm saying I'm a virgin.
But we are going off topic, by the way, right? So Camidoh has been making these statements on the BBC, as you heard in the clip, and let's look at deeply at what he was saying. He also made mention of the fact that their music videos cost about £10,000, right? A normal music video costs about £10,000, and they could have gotten revenue from music alcoholic brands to sponsor the music video. That's where I drew the line. Do you know that these artists find a way of doing brand placement of alcoholic beverages in music videos?
Wow.
Let me take you back to about a number of years ago. Do you know that song Ohima when go back I'm using and Kiddy?
Yeah.
Did you see the Alomo in that particular music video?
I thought I was the only person that saw it, but I think
in fact, the deal that Kwame Eugene and Kiddy signed with Alomo Bitters, I'm sure they gave them about 2 million Ghana cedis because the Alomo was all over the music video. Like Ofa Hanuma Alomo, even Alomo was used to decorate something. Like just look at that music video of him, and you find out that very thing about they not finding money to do music videos is flawed. That argument is flawed because if Kwame Eugene can use Alomo, can pelt his music video with Alomo, and even recently, let me not go far. Real Thing, that's a Kwesiata featuring Kim Promise. Look at the Real Thing music video and you see Guinness all over it. Yes. Guinness is all over the place in that music video. And it's because they are doing brand placement of Guinness in the music video.
Okay, maybe the Guinness we saw inside the video was more like a
non-alcoholic variant.
A soft beverage, different variation of the Guinness drink.
It's not possible. It's not possible.
I don't know why they are not having these strict laws to prevent people from indirectly promoting their alcoholic beverages through the movies and
but one thing about brand placement is that you cannot regulate it. Brand placement, you can do it in movies, music videos, TV, and any other setting, right? So they cannot. So let's say in the movies, somebody is picking a call and it's an iPhone or Samsung. Do you know that iPhone and Samsung directly place their product in the movies? That's the reason in the movie you hear the ringtone, ping, 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 and that, iPhone is placing their product in the movies. It's brand placement. So brand placement, like the jurisdiction or the boundaries of it is too wide for you to be able to regulate it. That's the reason why probably the FDA cannot do it. But my issue is that if they are doing that as a way of raising money for their music video, why is Camidoh telling the BBC that they are not finding £10,000 to shoot music videos? That part is, I think it's flawed. That argument is flawed.
He's not getting the deals that he needs to add all those promotional activities into his videos and stuff.
He's not getting the brand placement.
Yes, maybe he's actually looking for the direct source, like
he endorsing it, and that's when he will get 500,000 or 1 million.
For me, let's face this fact.
Yeah,
where do we actually draw the line? Because how can you associate the people's level of intoxication to external locus of control over here? As you are thinking that people are going to take this alcohol if they are being influenced by these
celebrities.
But all the same, you try to post or you try to allow them to share their promotional activities
on social
TV,
media,
their brochures on the internet, and everything on the radios and stuff. So where do we actually draw the line? So me, I feel it is either they stop them from engaging in such an act
totally, or they find a better law. Because Ochame Kwame, the rap doctor, reacted to the ruling a year where he said, however, the FDA can give permission for alcoholic beverages to be on billboards and on TV at times when children are at home and watching TV. The double standard is beautiful, which means that your point is well valid, right? If you are telling celebrities not to endorse alcohol, why are alcoholic beverages allowed to pull up billboards on our major streets, our principal streets, allowed to advertise on social media? Because all the children of today have phones. So all the brands are advertising. But you say the entertainment industry, who will use their money to develop the industry, they are telling them, no, that's where you draw the line. I think it's wrong.
I think they should treat them equally. You take both of them down. That is not allowing them to play their promotional activities on TV. And also not allowing
on social media too as well.
The people in the creative industry to also not engage in such an act. If we do that, then that is actually good. Because how can you say that you are preventing them from doing it, but it is
already been done. Guess what? The thing about social media, I think Camidoh even mentioned it. But there was a time that Adonko Bitters wanted to expand its operations by using celebrities and all those stuff. Do you know what they did? They couldn't use Ghanaian celebrities because there's a law in Ghana that bans celebrities from endorsing alcohol. But guess what they did? They used Nigerian celebrities. They signed actors, Nollywood actors like Jim Ike, Eniedo, some of the top Nollywood actors to endorse Adonko Bitters, right? And when they endorsed Adonko Bitters and they posted the images on social media, obviously the Ghanaians also saw it, right? So if you are banning Ghanaians from endorsing, but the alcoholic beverage can go to countries like Nigeria where that law is not there and go and sign artists who are popular here and there. At the end of the day, you are indirectly just sending money away from the Ghanaian entertainment industry.
The money that was supposed to stay over here in the Ghanaian industry, you are pushing everything away. I think when Vic Mensa first came to Ghana and who hosted the Black Star Line Festival with Chance the Rapper, then Dave Chappelle, and he went back to the States and he just was hosted on the Breakfast Club interview with Charlamagne and
Club Shay Shay.
The
Breakfast Club, with
Charlamagne and DJ and if I'm right. And he pointed out something that when he came to Ghana, he realized that the top tier artists that we think they are the gurus at the top and everything, when he compares the amount of money that they are being paid for music collaborations and stuff, that was the same amount of money that he was taking back when he was starting his career. At a nightclub. So he can go perform for about 20 minutes and take that same money that they are taking. I think the celebrities need all this money to
they need it. Right?
If a music video is going to cost £10,000,
do the conversion in Ghana
about
and you realize
150,000 Ghana cedis. Where is
the musician is supposed to raise all that money from? When he cannot endorse. I think one thing that the FDA should do is that they should allow them to endorse the brand, but they should strictly tell them that they should state that not for persons under 18. Like the celebrity himself should warn kids and minors from drinking the alcohol.
Simple.
Just like the way that they usually say this advert is better than approved by the FDA. You do the alcohol advertisement and say kids and people underage do not drink this. If the celebrity says this on TV and the kid sees this interview, this advert on TV, and the celebrity who just endorsed alcohol is telling him not to say, do you think the kid will still go and drink? The kid will not go and drink. And besides, instead of bringing up a law that works against the creative art industry, how about a law that collaborates with them to fight alcoholism among underage people? Because now celebrities are not endorsing alcohol, but kids are still drinking alcohol.
Yeah, I can point it out clearly when the red pills drug first came into the system. I think it was Okene that brought up a song, but no other celebrity endorsed it. But look at
The level of
kids
widespread
who were hopping on the bandwagon to join them. And you're really going to sit there and say that they need a celebrity to endorse it.
The red pill, the red unim red that unim red thing that came, was it any celebrity who endorsed Unim Red? Those of you who don't know Unim Red, the red drug is an opiate, right?
Yeah.
That is overdose. It's an illegal drug that was spreading and causing harm.
It was actually meant to numb your body.
Yeah.
You can't take the pain anymore.
Yeah.
It wasn't even meant for personal use or something like that.
But kids were abusing it, and no celebrity endorsed it. But instead of you, so let's say the opiate, for example, nobody endorsed it. They are still abusing it. You can use the celebrities as a leverage to communicate to the youth to desist from using it, rather than just banning them entirely that they shouldn't engage in it and all those stuff.
That is way too
That
me.
is very bad.
They should either treat it as a narcotic or allow them to also promote and help raise some money for themselves. Yes.
Or use them to raise awareness against its
So it is either you allow both or you just deny both, or just try to find a loophole within there to just make sure that the youths are not getting the wrong message over here.
So apart from Camidoh, other artists such as Wendy Shea, Shatawale, Brother Sammy Kwame Eugene, and now Camidoh have been speaking against the Apex Court ruling. And the ruling was pronounced by our former immediate past Chief Justice, Ms. Gertrude Tukono. And the court action against the law was, the suit against the law was put together by Mark Darlington Osai, who is the CEO of Black Culture Entertainment. According to them, they wanted the law to be repealed, but the Chief Justice threw out the case. And now, a year down the line, Camidoh is saying on the BBC Focus on Africa that maybe it's time we revisit that law again and take a critical look at it. And I think it's a good call, don't you think?
I think, although the Supreme Court have held that the decision and stuff, but I think they should still open for appeal and just try to recalibrate some stuff in there.
According to my critical thinking lecturer, it's only a fool that doesn't change his mind. So there's still room for them to change their mind and probably amend if not repeal it totally, amend it so that then it will all be good for us.
Let them enjoy the
let them enjoy. But besides that, even they are finding a loophole to put it inside their music video, by the way. But don't tell FDA the musicians have been putting the alcohol in their music videos, by the way. But until then, let's hope something is done about this. This is Talk Chaw. My name is Chris, and I've been doing this with
Percy. See you in the next video.